This is my first time visiting Brooklyn, so I have no idea what to expect, and I'm actually really curious to find out if it was worth coming out here to spend an extra couple of nights or not. I really don't know if there's going to be enough to see and do and eat that it's going to be worth it, but we're going to give it a go. As I understand it, most people would visit Brooklyn as part of their trip to Manhattan. You know, they would just come out here for a day, so let's see what happens to us over the next few days. Now let's talk preconceived ideas. For me, I feel like Brooklyn is going to be hipsters. For some reason I think I'm going to see a lot of pickles and a lot of artisanal breads and the such. My mom is completely freaking out. She thinks it's very unsafe, and when I asked her why, she says because the TV shows she watches, a lot of the crimes happen in Brooklyn. And I was like, Mom, are you talking stuff like Law and Order kind of thing? And she's like, oh yeah, okay. Hopefully Mom's not right and I'm right and we're just going to see a lot of pickles. But right now I'm hungry, and this is meant to be the perfect spot to grab a bite to eat and a great cup of coffee. It's called Poppies. Let's go in, let's try it. The cafe inside is really beautiful. It's very simple and warm. They have a cake cabinet that's full of all kinds of goodies, selling fresh flowers. They also have fridges so you could grab some stuff to go. They have a really simple breakfast menu, just a couple of items. Then you can absolutely feast on pastries like I'm about to. And then they have a short but sweet lunch menu as well. This would be the perfect place to come and grab some stuff and take it to a park or take it for a walk or something like that. But if you do want to dine in like I am, they have some little seating out here as well. Now, I've got two things for us to try. Cold brew with the oat milk, if you know, you know, and a tahini chocolate brownie. It's good. I thought it was going to be like a mind-blowing, life-changing coffee. I think my expectations were too high. It's good. Let's try the brownie. It looks like it's got like, it's all gooey and flourless, and then it's just got thick glugs of tahini on there. It looks good. That's a good brownie. Yum. You know when a brownie is really fudgy? It's a really fudgy brownie. Delicious. And artisanal hipsters aside, the other thing I think of when I think of Brooklyn is the iconic Brooklyn Bridge, and that is where we are right now. I just am having one of those moments where I can't quite believe that I'm standing here. It is awesome. If you saw my Manhattan episode, I actually went to two really great viewpoints. I went to the Edge and I went to One Summit Vanderbilt. Both were awesome, but for some reason I am enjoying this more. It feels like I am more immersed, it feels more real, it feels more hands-on, if that makes any sense, and the views of Manhattan and Brooklyn are amazing. Actually, this is a great hack. If you are on a budget and you don't want to spend the money on going to the Edge or One Summit, come and do this instead. It's awesome. I did do one thing wrong. Everything I read online said you need to get up really early and come here for sunrise. I ignored that advice and I came in the middle of the day, and it is crowded just like everybody said it would be. I love the bridge, I love the views, I love the location, hate the people. I keep like bumping into people and trying to get around them. You can't really enjoy it. So here's what we're gonna do. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna wake up at the crack of dawn and I'm gonna get my butt on this bridge, and we're gonna do a compare and contrast and see if it's worth getting up that early. I'm gonna find out what it looks like at sunrise. So we're in an area called Dumbo. What does that mean? It doesn't mean the flying elephant. It means down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass, and we're actually making our way towards one of the most iconic photo spots in New York. I think we botched it. I think it's going to be so crowded down here it's not even funny. I don't think it's going to be a good time, and I think we're going to have to leave and try again tomorrow. But I also think I should go down here and check it out, just so we can work out if I really did botch it and if we can compare and contrast between today and tomorrow when I come back, alright? Just as we suspected, it is packed down here. There are so many people. Now this iconic view happens on the corner of Water and Washington Streets. The view, 10 out of 10. The people, 0 out of 10. So we're gonna add this to the do-over list for tomorrow morning. We'll do Brooklyn Bridge and we'll come back down here and we'll see what it's like, see if we can get it with a lot less people. Because to me, this just is not enjoyable whatsoever. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. beach and let me spin around because you are gonna love this. Wow, look at that view! That is the best view we've had so far, albeit a little noisy with the trains running fast behind me. Doesn't matter. Absolutely worth it. Now there are all these really big stone steps here and you can see little kids playing on the beach, which is really cool. Some people are skimming stones. It would be really nice to bring a coffee and a pastry or some lunch or something down here and just sit and enjoy this beautiful weather. This view is completely free. It's $1 million view and it is second to none. Whoa. Time for lunch, and the Time Out Market is meant to be the spot to go for food around here. Apparently there's plenty of great stuff to try and they have the very best views as well. Let's see if it's worth the hype. Oh, guess what it is? A pickle shop. I knew it. I told you. I told you pickles. I must have walked around that place maybe 5 or 6 times doing full laps and there wasn't a single thing I wanted to eat. I didn't look at anything that really grabbed me for some reason. I don't know why, maybe it's just the mood I'm in, but it just didn't feel like my kind of spot for some reason. There is something else I really want to try though, so let's go around the corner and check that out. Not just any pizza, we have come to Juliana's, and this place is a Brooklyn icon. The pizzas here are coal-fired and they are legendary. It is renowned for the pizzas they served up here. They're doing the whole hand stretch thing, they're cooking them right in front of us, everything looks and smells amazing. Now my pizza has come out. I ordered just a straight up marinara because as you know, dairy is not my friend. That thing has so much steam coming off it that is a burnt mouth waiting to happen. So while we wait patiently for that to cool, I want to talk to you about Brooklyn pizza because I just read something really interesting about it. What is the difference between Brooklyn and New York pizza? According to the internet, while both New York pizza and Brooklyn have relatively thin crusts, the pizza that you're going to find in Brooklyn tends to have a crispy dough throughout. It should crack when you fold the slice, whereas the classic New York slice still has the crispy edge, but a softer dough underneath the cheese, so it bends when you fold it. I prefer crispy foods. I like crunch. I like that kind of texture. So I'm guessing this is going to be more my style than the actual New York pizza, Manhattan pizza. You know what I mean. Let's try it. Oh my god. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, let's try the edge. The middle was soft. I'm hesitant to say it. I'm trying to think of if there's one that's better, but I think that's the best pizza I've ever had in my life. And I just got marinara. There's not even a proper topping on that. That's just pizza base with the marinara sauce, garlic, basil. There's not even any mozzarella on there. They have a whole host of other options with bacon and cheeses and meats and all kinds of things. Those must be real good. The marinara sauce on that is insane. I've never tasted anything like it. And really well priced. I got my personal pizza, $17. It's a lot of money, but for the best pizza you've had, worth every cent. Oh my god.
I'm gonna try. Work till I die. I'm gonna feel and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
A short walk from Juliana's and we find ourselves at Pier 1. This is a beautiful waterfront area where you can just wander along and take in amazing views of Manhattan and the Brooklyn Bridge. It is so beautiful here, especially today. The sun is shining, it is the perfect temperature. It's just gorgeous. I love about this spot at Pier 1 two things. Firstly, significantly less people. There's a lot more space, areas to sit down, seem to be a lot less tourists here, so I'm able to sit down, be present, be still, be quiet, and actually enjoy it. And number two, if you watched my Manhattan episode, I spent a good 3 days running all over that island, but there was one thing that was missing: Lady Liberty. I know that you're probably gonna think I'm crazy. I have no interest in going to see the Statue of Liberty. Isn't that awful? I should. I don't know why, but I don't. The beauty of Pier 1, I can see her from here. Zero effort required. It's just a happy coincidence that she's there. So I get to see her. I can zoom right in with my iPhone camera and get the shot, and I can say I've seen it without having to make a whole day out of going out there and all of that kind of thing. So if that's you too, this is the winning spot for you as well.
Dream, 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 dream.
There's also a really distinct difference in the feel and the pace. When I was in Manhattan, I was running around all day, racking up 20,000 steps a day, just busting my butt to see, do and eat everything. Here, everything's a lot closer, it's a lot more chill, I'm taking it easy, it's just super relaxed. And so far, I am right and my mum is wrong. Pickle encounters, 1. Crime encounters, 0. Let's hope it stays that way. I absolutely love architecture. So one of the things I most want to see in coming to Brooklyn are the iconic brownstone buildings, and I have to tell you, they do not disappoint. Walking around the streets here and seeing them, they are so beautiful. These are some of the most beautiful buildings I've seen. It's right up there with Savannah. Walking around the streets of Savannah, I was blown away by the buildings, and here I feel the same way. Now, the iconic brownstones of Brooklyn are a defining feature of the borough's architectural heritage. These elegant row houses were built primarily between the 1840s and 1890s. They were constructed from a reddish-brown sandstone quarried in Connecticut, and that gives them their distinctive color and name. And they are found in neighborhoods like Park Slope, Fort Greene, and where we are right now in Brooklyn Heights. They're originally designed as single-family homes for the burgeoning middle class at the time, and now, of course, they are some of the most iconic buildings in New York and well worth seeing. We've made our way from Brooklyn Heights to downtown Brooklyn, which is where I'm staying. And I want to give you the full hotel tour in just a second. Right now, let me show you what happened when I checked in and what my first impressions and thoughts were. I have literally just checked into this hotel room. Let me give you my unfiltered thoughts on it. It's huge and really clean and actually really nice, which I was not expecting because it was so affordable. To stay in New York is really expensive, so I was expecting the room to be nice for what I paid, and it was. Here I thought, well, it's a bit cheaper, how nice could it be? I'm actually really happy with it. The only thing is this. I don't know if this is a good location. I'm staying in downtown Brooklyn. I've never been here before. In New York, I knew I didn't like Times Square and I didn't want to stay in Midtown, and I knew I loved Soho, so that was gonna work for me. I'm just not sure walking around here that this neighborhood is my vibe. I prefer to be in more of a local feeling spot, so I'm wondering if over the next few days I'm actually gonna uncover a place that I wish I had have stayed instead. The foyer is light, bright, airy, and very colorful. They have a little deli, fridge sort of area where you can grab some food if you need to, but there are actually quite a lot of places right near the hotel to eat if you need to. This is my room. I'm staying in 2104, and it is a really good size. The bathroom is great. You see that when you first walk in. This is all of my mess I have just spread out everywhere, and I have to tell you, after spending the night in here last night, this room is really comfortable. I think for the price, for the location, for how comfortable the room is, you really can't go wrong. Now, I will have a link in the video description for you so you can check it out and book yourself.
When I think about you, I feel la 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 la. When I think about you, I want la 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 la.
Good morning, you guys. It is a beautiful beautiful day here in Brooklyn, and I got up and came back to the bridge. I'll be really honest with you, when my alarm went off, I wasn't feeling it. I was trying to scheme like, can I just edit that part out or tell you guys I forgot? I realized that was really shady, so I'm here. And it is well worth it. Now it's really noisy with all the commuters going in and out of Manhattan. That's unavoidable. The bridge though, look at the difference. Look at the difference. This is actually a really enjoyable moment for me. The sun is coming up. It is all golden, beautiful light on the buildings. It is magical, and it's maybe a couple, like a spattering of tourists like me who've made the effort to get up early, but for the most part it's locals out for their morning run, and this is the way to do it. You saw what it looked like yesterday. If you're going to come here and you're going to make the effort to be here, you're going to pay all the money for the flights. Get your butt up early. Don't worry, we'll have a reward a little bit later of coffee and pastries or something tasty. But yeah, worth it. I'm really happy I got up.
When I think about you, I feel la 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 la. When I think about you, I want la 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 la.
Well, we're getting up early for. There is pretty much nobody here on the street. Now, interestingly, when I was here yesterday, they had a section of the street closed off to cars. I think that's to create a safe space for people to take their photos without disrupting the cars. This morning all the streets are open, so if you do come down here, just be aware that people are trying to get to work, so maybe don't stand right in the middle of the street to get photos. I kind of stood off to the side a little bit just so all the traffic could get past, but it is well worth coming down here at this time of day. Yesterday I couldn't walk through here, I couldn't take a single photo, I couldn't do anything. It was so unenjoyable, but right now it's perfect. This is the time to do it. Great light, great space, great everything. Yeah, recommend. I am fading fast. That's taken all my magic, all of my personality to get out of bed and get my butt down here this morning. There's meant to be a decent coffee shop slash, I can't think, just coffee over here. Walking that way now. This cute little spot is called Butler, and look at this view. Let me move you a little bit so you can see it. See if it'll focus there. No. Won't. Just wants to focus on my face. Great, not weird at all. It's a really cute cafe. They have a great little cake cabinet in there. They have a good little menu for breakfast and lunch. Great views, indoor, outdoor seating. I got a coffee, I've already started it. Oat milk flat white. I'm Australian and the flat white is our religion. So this one isn't quite 10 out of 10 Aussie flat white, but 8 out of 10 American flat white. That's pretty good. Okay, and then to eat, we've got a big, chunky, thick boy piece of sourdough slathered in avocado. I can't cut it. Okay. What a really chaotic start to today. That's exactly what I need. A tasty little reward for waking up early. Sourdough's good. Got a nice tang to it, crispy edge. It's just tasty. I got myself another coffee, a little takeaway. Oh, look at that. I've come back to Pebble Beach and I am so sorry about that noise behind me. There's not much I can do about it. If you come to New York, you'll know. If it's not the sound of cars and sirens and honking, it's trains, it's just the sounds of the city, and I kind of love it. I'm really glad I came back to Pebble Beach. Yesterday this place was just crawling with other tourists. It was out of control. Today it's a lot more peaceful, a lot more quiet. I can sit here and just soak it all in. It is beautiful. That's what you get when I wake up early.
We could be everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be everything that we want. We could be everything, anything that we see we could be.
So far we've explored Dumbo, Brooklyn Heights and the downtown area, and now we're in Williamsburg. So this is a real artsy kind of area. It's extremely trendy and apparently the hipster capital of Brooklyn. I don't know if it's just me. I'm not feeling it. I don't know how it looks on camera. Maybe it looks a little different, I'm not sure, but there are cafes and vintage shops and that kind of thing alike. Something is just putting me on edge. I can't put my finger on it. I just feel like maybe I can't get the words out. I just don't feel comfortable. I feel a little on edge for some reason. Maybe my spider senses are just tingling up. I think what I'm gonna do is grab something to eat. And I've got somewhere I want to show you. I think you'll like it. We love our supermarket Snoop, and this is a juicy one because we're at Whole Foods. If you've never been to a Whole Foods in the US, make sure you come. They have an epic salad bar, which is perfect for picking up something on the go. They have these really cool little snack boxes, all kinds of delicious treats that you can try. This is the place to come to stock up on goods and then head to a park and have a picnic, and we are about to do a version of that. We have had a little bit of a fail, my friends. There was some signage that made it seem like there's a rooftop patio on this hotel, and I was like, great, we can get our stuff and we can go up there and eat. It's gonna be lovely for us. We'll have a great view. Nope. That's something else that's like next to the hotel, but sort of on it. You get complimentary access if you're staying at the hotel, but that's closed. So now we're just back in my room. If I had known that it wasn't part of the hotel, I wouldn't have come back here. I would have either gone to Domino Park or I would have gone down to Dumbo. But here we are. Let's unpack and I'll show you what we got and we'll do some taste testing. I love America's iced tea culture. One thing you guys do really well is a good old iced tea. This is just, the brand is just iced tea. Excellent. Delicious. I made a little baby salad box. I've got broccoli, asparagus, baby tomatoes, a little bit of salmon, and then some chipotle ranch. America. When I think of you guys, I always think of ranch. You guys love ranch just as much as Australians love Vegemite and tomato sauce. Okay, that'll do. Yum. Yeah, that's good. That's exactly what you need sometimes, just a healthy little bite to eat. Let's see that big piece of broccoli. It's really good. Supermarket sushi. It's good. It's actually pretty tasty. When I checked in, I was really worried about the location of the hotel, but after spending the last couple of days here, downtown or Dumbo are definitely where you want to stay. So I'm happy with the decision to stay in downtown. I think looking back on it, I don't think I needed 2 nights here. The thing about staying in Brooklyn is it's much cheaper than staying in Manhattan. So if you're on a budget, stay here and then just go and do all of your adventures in Manhattan every day. Yes, it's more of an effort, but if you're on a budget, you're on a budget, right? You got to make it work however you can. If I had my time again or I was visiting again, I would just come out to Brooklyn for the day. I think that would be more than enough. I would have just booked 1 extra night maybe in Manhattan, stayed there, and then just come out here for the day, and that would have been fine. And with that, you guys, that brings this week's episode to a close. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Now, if you don't already, be sure to subscribe right now so you never miss a single episode, and say hello in the comments below. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you with a brand new episode next week. Love ya.